What's good, y'all young boys, my young girls, and all my non-binaries? It's your boy Dallas Gamer back in the building, and today we're talking about Nova Online again, right? Now, my bad, it's a little bit of a streak where we're talking about this guy. Now, last video, I tried to bring him up to my level. I never tried to go down to other people's level, right? So I decided to talk to Nova Online as what he is, a grown man. I didn't try to talk to him as some kind of mystical YouTube figure that didn't exist, or some little kid, just misunderstood kid. I talked to him as I am. I'm a man, he's a man too, so I tried to bring him up to my level, right? As far as I know, I don't know his pronouns or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have pronouns. You know what I'm saying? I take my title as a man very seriously, because I never thought that I'd make it to C18. So every year past that is nothing but a blessing for me. So I tried to bring him up to my level. And today we're going to figure out if I gave him too much leniency or if I wasn't hard on him enough. Now, me personally, I don't really know the full history of Nova Online, but this is where we're going to figure it out. The full history of Nova Online by my guy, Slop Roach. Great name. Your video will be in the description down below. I'm not just going to take it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to watch it without me, go watch it. Okay. But with that being said, we're going to get into this.
Gabriel Gage was born on June 8, 2004 in rural Idaho to parents Kiri Gage and Thomas Scrivener Gage. Sadly, his father died at a young age.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's right putting his mother's picture on here, because I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think she has anything to do with his controversies, other than being his mother, as far as I know.
He also lived with his uncle Andrew Scrivener Gage, who we'll be calling Uncle Drew from here on in, since he'll be a recurring character. Gabe was diagnosed with autism, so he was an awkward kid growing up, likely struggling.
I don't want to hear that. My very good friend has autism, and he's a very functioning member of society. What I will say is, autism is never an excuse for somebody acting, some grown person trying to victimize a child. Autism is never a good excuse. You can have it as an excuse, just the same as you can have, I was in a dark mental place as an excuse. It's not a good one, but it can be your reality.
To make friends.
That's all I'm
However,
gonna say
it
on that.
seems early on his more perverted tendencies were on full display. According to a former classmate of his, he once did a performance in choir class where he sung "Love Me Like You Do" by Ellie Goulding while simulating a lap dance. It's only a few seconds into this video and I already need a break from this shit.
Man, you know what that is? That's just virgin energy. If we're being honest, like that's him just being a virgin. I don't know. I don't think I would ever do anything like that as a kid. I was more so, I say just a lot of crazy things. Anything that popped, I kind of still don't have a filter, but as a kid, I definitely didn't have a filter. So anything that did pop in my head, I said, even if I didn't mean it. You know what I'm saying? Anything that popped in there just came out of my mouth. But you actively going out and doing that, it's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Nove.
He was also apparently quite touchy with other girls, and they all felt uncomfortable around him. Gabe really should have been corrected on this from an early age. Now, this is all alleged, but the classmate does show proof that she and Gabe were in the same class.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle, where fire meets
My bad.
fire. Here for a limited time.
Sorry for that.
For real.
It was about to be double ad too. Sorry about that.
It was everywhere. Stop the shedding with Pantene.
In the mid-2010s, Gabe would start posting on
You're
YouTube
watching
under
that to
the
me,
channel
sorry.
Magic Wizard 2. He started with simple videos such as 5 landscapes that you will love, or never go to Chuck E. Cheese again, with a whole bunch of exclamation points. He would then reveal his face
Wait,
and his again
how long
with
ago?
a whole
9
bunch
years
of
ago.
exclamation
9 years ago, that's 2017? 2017? Well, how old was I in 2017? 15. Yeah, cause 14, 15. Yeah, cause I'm born in 02, so 15.
points. He would then reveal his face and his infamously long greasy hair where he did videos on Pokemon.
I'm going to be showing you Pokemon figures I got for Christmas.
As he grew older and his voice barely dropped, he would branch
Oh man. Let me not say
out to
that. Let me
different
not say
topics
that. Let me
such
not
as
say
video
that.
games and
Let me not say that.
WWE, and would eventually go to
Let me not say that.
TikTok. In 2020, he created his first TikTok account and started posting awkward
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. He grows hair up. You probably know why. You probably want. I'm. So okay. He probably grows his hair so fast because he doesn't wash it. I know. Your hair grows faster when your hair has the natural oils in there or whatnot, right? Especially like with locks, like the way people tell you to grow it is like to not wash it, only wash it before you get it retwisted or whatnot. Me personally, I don't subscribe to that. I wash mine every 2 weeks. I do the whole shampoo conditioner every 2 weeks. It used to be like twice a week when when my hair was all curly and beautiful and whatnot. I think that's why his hair grows so long, because like it's filth. It's filth, and he doesn't do anything with his hair. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't have black people hair. You know, it isn't disrespectful me saying that. Like he's a very clearly Caucasian. Yeah, I think that's why he grows his hair out so much, or his hair grows so fast, because it's because he never washes it.
dancing videos, and eventually food reviews. He would brag about his TikTok page to his high school peers, saying he was famous. Despite being a compulsive liar, Gabe wasn't completely wrong about this. However, he was omitting information. Nova didn't get famous because his content was cool, funny, or just enjoyable slop. Nova got famous because people tuned in to mock him. His major breakthrough was his Wingstop review.
Yeah, the Wingstop
food
review.
reviews
I
are
remember
nothing
that.
special. He often tries to get technical with how well his cuisine is cooked, but it often comes out as forced. However, viewers enjoyed it for his mockable voice and appearance.
Mildly spicy, but
Listen, and I think it's just wrong to judge people off their appearances or whatnot, which is why I try to give grace to our guy Gabe. But I remember this video very vividly. He was acting the fool. You know what I'm saying? Because like when it comes to Nova specifically, everything I've seen on him is like he talks very pretentiously. You know what I'm saying? Like he talks like he's better than you, and then he's Gabe. So clearly, 9 times out of 9, he's not better than you. You know what I'm saying?
nothing that I can't bear.
His ego grew greatly from this, but he wasn't self-aware enough to actually take advantage. A few months after the Wingstop review,
yeah.
Creme 2 News did a segment on the minimum wage where they highlighted a restaurant Nova worked at. And then he shouted his famous phrase,
Can I get a French onion soup, please?
Around this time, Nova also
You did a what? Say that again?
phrase.
Can I get a French onion soup, please?
Around
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. It's okay. And this isn't just a Gabe thing. This is like a people thing. People really do act out when there's cameras. And like when there's cameras, people like to tend to not act themselves. and then it comes across as they're being corny. Not the good corny, more so like, the cringe corny,
On this time, Nova also feuded with another famous lolcow, Tofia Chu.
Yeah.
Basically, they were
My
pointing
bad. Dang,
fingers
that's not
at
nice.
each other, accusing the other
I'm
one
so
of
sorry.
being racist.
That's not
Nova
nice.
said Tofia was racist against Asians and Mexicans, and Tofia said Nova's Uncle Drew was racist and transphobic. The rivalry would continue into 2023. However, while all this was happening, darkness was brewing.
Ain't it crazy how two unwashed people can be so vastly against each other, so vastly different, very much against each other? Ain't that crazy? I'm very dark right now. My bad.
Nova used Discord a lot. He likely didn't have any real-life friends, so his entire life was online. He ran multiple Discord servers over the years, and if you know anything about the Discord mod stereotype,
that's him.
Yeah,
That's him.
he fits it perfectly. In
That's
late
him.
2022, he was exposed for having an adult baby fetish where he would wear diapers and roleplay as a baby.
Every time I bring this up, okay, I'm gonna go full screen. Hopefully for the last time in this video. Okay. Adults can have their fetishes as long as it doesn't hurt them or it doesn't hurt others unconsensually, and it isn't illegal. When it comes to this baby stuff, I'm not into it. I think it's weird, but I'm not going to. I don't want to judge anybody because they like sucking on binkies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What I will judge you is you try to bring a minor into it. Now, with that being said, we're going to go back to the video.
Even soiling in them intentionally. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wow, that's disgusting. How can it get any worse? Well, in 2023, a major leak from this Discord occurred. Nova was speaking to a 14-year-old girl while wearing a diaper and sucking on a pacifier. He was 18 at the time. The interaction was very sexual, as he asked if she masturbates. And
he was 18 and 23? Go back. Real quick. Go back.
Was speaking to a 14-year-old girl while wearing a leak from this Discord occurred. Nova was... Well, in 2023, a major leak from this Discord occurred. Nova was speaking to a 14-year-old girl while wearing a diaper and sucking on a pacifier. He was 18 at the time. The interaction was very sexual, as he asked if she masturbates, and he would treat...
Right. And go back. How old was she?
To a 14-year-old girl while wearing a diaper...
You know better as an 18-year-old. Come on. There is no excuse for that. Now, am I going to look crazy at like 18 and 16-year-old? No, not really. 18 and 17-year-old? No, not really. Right. But it's 18 and 14. You know damn well what you're doing. Unless specifically no. I was gonna give like people who like have like the mind of a 6-year-old. No, because a 6-year-old isn't sexual. You know what I'm saying? So no, your typical 6-year-old isn't sexual. You know exactly what you're doing when you're bringing a minor, when you're bringing somebody way younger than you into your little sexual fantasies. Now, this is where I have a problem. Right? I'm not sure if nudes were exchanged. Let's listen.
And sucking on a pacifier. He was 18 at the time. The interaction was very sexual, as he asked if she masturbates, and he would treat her as his mommy, where he would sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to her in that wretched baby voice.
I'll listen. I don't need to hear that, and you'll need to give the example. I believe you. Somebody jump scared me with that. If y'all want to listen to him and doing his little nonsense or whatnot, you can. I just won't. I won't. I'll be honest. Yeah, that's sickening and it's crazy, bro. Okay. I'm going to quickly move on because that was, yeah, he almost got me.
Regular fat autistic kid to a child predator who roped minors into his sick fetish. As
Yeah,
his
crazy.
world burned around him, Nova would retreat to his Discord and ask his Discord friends to help him out, but it only got worse. He would refuse to address the accusations directly, completely crashing out.
I'm at my breaking point. You're effing trolls who have no.
But you know what? Okay, I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace here. I'm gonna go full screen again. Okay. The majority of people, when they get caught in their little situations, maybe it isn't as extreme as this. People, it's hard for people to take responsibility. Very hard for people to take responsibility, and the more I realize I've worked with 60-year-olds who act like they're still a little kid. 60-year-olds who done lost their wives and walk around the world acting like there isn't any consequences for their actions or words. Anybody that knows me probably, there's a few, I'm not even saying, like, all right, moving on. Yes, it's very hard for people to take responsibility. That's why it is commendable when people do. Now, do regular people find themselves in a situation where they're being a predator? No, not at all. So that is a different factor that we have to factor in. But the act of, or lack thereof, taking responsibility, majority of normal people find it very difficult to take responsibility for what they did. Now, am I sticking up for Nova Online? No, not at all. I'm just trying to bring nuance into a simple fact that he's just like majority of the people in the world. He finds it very difficult to take responsibility for his own actions, for his own words. He finds it very difficult, and so does your average, everyday person. I promise you, they are the same. Now, moving on.
He was also kicked out of his church after they found out about his
I
unsavory
heard about that too.
material
Crazy.
online. Even worse, his mother worked at this church and was fired because of this. This
Oh, wow,
infamous
I did not hear
persona
about that.
attached to Nova really took a toll on his personal life. During his blow-up on TikTok, he would get into continuous fights with...
Now, why would they do that? Because he's an adult. He's an adult, and he has his own autonomy. Is it because they're in the same household? Cause like, why would she get kicked out for something her adult son did? Yeah, I don't get that one.
His uncle
Sorry.
Drew. According to Drew, Nova was terminally online and would throw massive tantrums every time he was cut off. In his words, the final straw between them would be when he went on Nova's TikTok and saw him acting like a pervert. I believe Drew is referring to the Discord leaks, though he never specifies. The reason I know all this is because of the YouTuber Bloodspeth reaching out to Drew for a text interview, so shout out to him for that. Uncle Drew seemed to desperately want to fix Nova's shit, but Nova would scream and cry at the thought of engaging in any kind of self-improvement, and his meltdowns would leak onto his TikTok lives.
God damn it! And stop being my fucking uncle!
Uncle Drew kind of reminds me of Chris Chan's father, Bob, an older man who attempted to instill discipline into their son or nephew, but it was too late as they were already circling the drain.
Right. It gets too late when they're an adult and you don't fix it while they're a child. I commented on somebody else's video that, something, and someone had mentioned Nova talking about his childhood and why he acts the way he does and how he grew up or whatnot. I was not able to find that video or that text line or whatever. If somebody does find it, could you link it and could you or let me not link it, but could you point me towards the direction of it? Yeah, that's something I want to
taking it to
look
the haters
forward
with
to.
his Rocky arc. Nova has a tendency to turn everything into
I had to
content,
give you a
which
like.
in this case included his fitness and fighting arc. Now, it's respectable that he wants to lose weight, however, his form here is trash with everything he does fitness related. His punches hit like wet paper, and what is this supposed to be? That's like a quarter of a lat pull down. Obviously, this weight loss wouldn't go anywhere, at least not for now. Nova's content would continue as normal for the next year. Everybody who ran into him would be like,
Now, I think when it comes to losing weight, for me personally, I don't want to publicize it. It's my life. I think people get real parasocial once you let them in your life, like a lot. Like you let them know every little detail of your life. That's how parasocial people like. That's how it forms. So no, I won't do everything online. Somebody did say that's a constant I should be striving for. No, because you're not in my life. You don't know me. I don't know you. So we're gonna keep it that way.
wait, isn't this the pervert who tried grooming a 14-year-old? But he would
Crazy.
pretend that it never happened. However, in April of 2024, Nova's TikTok account was hacked. The bio of the account was changed to include
That
a
chicken
couple
looks
of
so
links
dry, by the way.
supposedly exposing Nova. The account was later changed to just include a bunch of random dropshipping videos, though. Nova would say he's quitting the internet. Until a week later, when he came back.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Only Cascade Platinum Plus has double the
I think
time to clean.
I think when it comes to people saying that they're gonna leave the internet, it's difficult for them because the internet is so ingrained into our culture, into how we move, into what we do. Like everything revolves around the internet. So when you get to a point where you're addicted to it, or you act out because of it, it's hard to leave it. Right, so Nova isn't the first to be like, oh, I'm gonna take a break and then come back a couple weeks later. Like it was a break, right? But I think that's just a reality when it comes to the internet. Like, it's too much into our lives at this point. Like, if you're a content creator, taking a break would probably feel like an eternity. Like a week probably felt like an eternity for Nova. You know what I'm saying? And this is I'm going to bring understanding to Nova and saying that that week probably felt like a month for him, right? And when you see, a creator or whatnot, maybe taking a month away, maybe that felt like 6 months for them. You never really understand the impact of others because it's very hard to understand how others feel, right? I would just say, think about, how other people may feel about the things you say. I don't know, about the things you do and whatever, I don't know.
Nova would continue sad posting about how hard his life is, and apparently would contact the Trevor Project, which is actually for LGBT people, but whatever. Nova likes to brand himself as a mental health advocate, but really he's just using it as a shield to score pity points when people call him out on his
I don't know
behavior.
what he is.
However,
bisexual?
Nova would pick himself back up again and swear to take revenge against the haters. He started a podcast called Hour of Joy with a social media manager named Sia. Well, it turns out this girl was 15 years old. The alarm was sounded immediately, and there was another round of leaks inbound. Nova would refer to her as his women, and in private, he said that she had mommy attitude. Yup.
Hey, you know what? Let's read this. I'm going to take away my face really quick. Let's read this. Half a year ago, I joined Nova's live stream on Twitch. I mentioned that I hadn't played the new season yet, and he asked if I would like to join them. He also asked for my Discord. He added me on Discord, and we started playing. About 2 games later, he ended the stream, and it was just us playing. Ever since that day, he's been listening to me on Discord and inviting me to many servers. He tells me all the time that I make him feel ageless because I have, quote-unquote, mommy attitude. Last night while I was on a call with him, he said, I'm so nervous right now, can I show you my pacifier, quote-unquote, among many other things. Well, I told him that I was only 16. He said it was fine and I could send it to him. Huh? That you could send him what? I'm so nervous right now. Can I show you my pacifier? Well, okay, maybe she didn't write this. I don't know. Moving on. Okay. I have to take my face out of this because no way.
It happened again. He would send her a video of his
Okay.
pacifier and ask her to recreate
Crazy.
his favorite ASMR videos, which look like, yeah, those. Nova
Okay,
would address
crazy,
this by
crazy,
saying that
crazy.
she's actually in college, even though in the messages he would completely ignore her when she
16.
said she's only 16. Nova would
Crazy.
try to rebrand this podcast into Kiwi Core, which was meant to talk about lolcows, showing levels of unself-awareness I've never imagined. With all the hate falling on him, Nova attempted to fix his reputation by reaching
talked
out
to
to
he
lolcow
talked to Kiwi
YouTubers
Tapes before.
Kiwi Tapes and Smokey
Okay.
MCC, asking
Okay.
to appear on their podcast Too High for Stupid. However, this
Okay.
didn't really lead to much. Nova would constantly try to change the topic and focused on the hater comments the entire time. This interview would only make things worse, as Smokey and Kiwi would dig deeper into Nova's Discord server. They found many messages from users saying that they were only minors. Nova claims this server is not NSFW. However, apparently Nova's self-identified girlfriend was showcasing their dildo collection. Yeah, I'm gonna say that Nova is lying here. Nova would eventually make this Discord server 18+, but it was too little too late. This Discord server would be hacked and shut down, and Nova lamented. In 2025, Nova started out the year strong by following Baby Fur ABDL Caregivers and Littles on Twitter.
Hey, again, I personally am not going to, judge him off of his whatever he got going on. When it comes to adult, why are you? How is it always that you find yourself, somebody tells you that they're a minor and you keep going on and trying to get sexual with them? Why is that a thing with you? There are plenty of weirdo girls your age who would be down for the cause. You're telling me that all these things, it keeps coming up with all these minor, you can't get somebody your own age? Real talk, Nova is not fugly enough where he can't get a girl his own age. I promise you. Like, he may look the way he does, but there are plenty of girls, especially on Discord, you know what I'm saying, with no lives, just like him on Discord, who aren't better. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Nova is not the ugliest person that I've personally ever seen. There's one person that takes the cake for that, and there are people in my life who know exactly what I'm talking about. He's not on her level, I promise you. It's crazy. This is what it doesn't make sense to me. How when somebody says that they're 16, you're 20, how is it that it clicks for you and be like, oh yeah, that's hot? Because it can't be their personality, because you really don't know them. It can't be who they are because you ain't grow up around them. You know what I'm saying? It can't be nothing but sexual attraction for you. Why is that the case? Is all I'm asking. Like, how is that the case? Personally, I love an older woman. I really don't understand how people, and you know what? I look at minors. I'm like, how can pedophiles be pedophiles? I want to protect children. I don't want to, Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like it feel like I don't. For me, it doesn't make sense for me.
Am I done yet?
It doesn't make sense.
His content would continue as usual, and he had a new tactic to fight the trolls.
Oh yeah,
He'd watermark his
that was a
videos,
24?
both visually and auditorily.
I heard about yeah.
See, wild cherry, zero sugar.
Exclusive property.
So let's go ahead and pour about half of this.
Okay, it's one thing to watermark your videos visually, as it can be in the background and not really change your content. However, to watermark your videos with your loud, obnoxious voice, it basically makes your audience unable to decipher
Exclusive
what
property
you're
of
saying,
Slop
which
Roach
shows
on
how bad
YouTube.
Nova is at this whole social media
You're
thing.
disgusting.
In May,
That's
Nova
nasty.
released yet another Discord server. Yeah, you know where this is going. He claimed the server was going
Literally
to
a
be 18
Discord
plus.
bot.
However, the only worthwhile verification was a phone number verification. There was no
What?
actual age verification to join this server.
Hold on. This is an 18 plus server, and by being in this server, you acknowledge the following rules: be respectful and accepting, no sharing personal info, avoid NSFW or controversial content. Usual Discord rules and guidelines apply. And the only verification is a phone verification. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, I can't. I can't co-sign that one. I can't co-sign cause like I've like okay. Kids will be kids. You know what I'm saying? Like when they see an 18 plus, they're gonna want to join because they're not that yet. And you know this. We've all been kids. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go. We don't have to dive into what you did as a kid or whatnot. I don't care. But we know that kids love to break the rules. They love to try to be in places where they shouldn't be. And you should have like get an ID check. If they're a minor, they don't have an ID. They don't have a driver's license. You get that. You don't have to have their. You don't have to show their personal info where they live or whatnot. As long as they got their face and their age on there, and they, you know what I'm saying, maybe they just have a picture of their face next to. I don't know how you would do it, but not just what is a phone verification gonna do for you? I don't get that.
An
I
account
don't get
called
that at all.
Solidus Nova would leak that Nova was
I didn't even
friends
know you
with
could
a
phone verify.
17-year-old
That's
girl
crazy.
on the server, showing that Nova was knowingly admitting underage people into
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take away my face again because my face ain't going to be associated with these words. Hey, there's a situation going on in Nova's Discord. No one knows about it except for a few people. And I just like to confirm that, one, people admitting to being minors are not being banned, and two, a user was promoted to mod after Nova was shown proof of the user admitting to being 16. Nova knows about this and did not do anything. Also, if you want to share this information, please just keep me anonymous, lol. I'd send the proof, but there's people's usernames in it, and I don't want anyone being harassed. And for more context, the minor admitted to being underage in VC, voice call, where around 5 mods were present, including the main mod, Locked, aka the owner of the server. Nova doesn't own it. Okay. Let's go back.
server.
Okay.
This girl would come out saying that she was friends with Nova since she was 15 and he was 19, and would talk about his predatory behavior towards her. Nova would do the same thing he did with Sia, asking her to recreate his favorite ASMR videos, and would refer to her as his mommy while talking to her in that baby voice. Shortly after, Uncle Drew would pass away. Interestingly, Nova seemed to grieve at this, saying that just because they fought, it doesn't mean he hated him. 2025 would also be the year where Nova would start receiving IRL harassment. I want to make it clear that no matter how loathsome I think Nova is, I condemn and disavow this kind of behavior.
Yeah, I think when it comes to things happening in real life, let the police handle it. Who are you? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna beat Nova's ass, bro? He can't fight back. He cannot fight back. What are you gonna do? Why would you trespass? Because now you're giving him an excuse to be a victim. He has a very clear excuse on how he's being victimized. Why would you go out in real life and start harassing this guy? It really doesn't make sense, because you had him on the ropes before then. Now it can be like it's all this internet harassment. These are all the people, they keep coming to my house to harass me. I'm not doing anything, blah blah blah. Now he's a victim. Instead of him being the victimizer, he's now the victim. And you gave him clear path on being one. This is why you should keep online shit online. If you feel it needs to be taken a step further because he keeps sexualizing these kids in very weird ways because he's a very weird guy. Okay, have the police take care of it. You're not the police. You have no authority. You're just a guy walking up to a stinky guy's residence. And now he's a true victim. You done victimized the predator. Thank you.
Don't do it. Remember what I said about touching the poo? Okay, yeah, you guys get it. Let's move on. There were many pranksters who did things such as stuffing his mailbox with donuts, putting 19 gallons of milk on his doorsteps, screaming the N-word at him, giving him French onion soup, etc. In 2026,
the French onion soup one is funny. Okay, the French onion soup one is funny. What are you doing shoving donuts in the guy's mailbox? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could be like you're like defacing his property or whatnot, or his mother's property, because Nova doesn't own shit. Let's be honest. Right. This is why you keep online things online, because all that extra shit, bro. Like, you're doing nothing but you're turning the predator into a victim, and now he can, instead of being forced to be like, hey, you need to address your victimization of this minor, now he can always pivot to be like, you're a hater, you're probably the one who's leaving milk on my doorstep, and things like that. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. The French onion soup one was funny. The French onion soup one was funny because he was on that little video acting a damn fool. Whatever he said, yeah.
Now you might be thinking, wow, good for Nova. He's finally putting in effort while exercising. Well, many people who follow Nova online are suspicious. He apparently lost 35 pounds in just 2 months, which is a very sharp drop. Nova is still eating fast food garbage every day for his TikTok food reviews, and the exercise content he posts still doesn't look strenuous in the slightest. Now things look a little more suspicious, don't they? It's very possible that Nova is on some sort of weight loss drug, such as Ozempic. This would just be the beginning of this action-packed year, though. In March, Nova's Pornhub account was leaked. Yup, you heard me right. And
yes, I think I did hear something like this.
Basically, he had a video of him using a vibrator to pleasure his dingling. Unfortunately,
what?
I've seen it.
You've seen it? Crazy. You've seen this, crazy. You've seen this, crazy. Now, explain this to me, Nova. Now I'm talking to Nova. Now, like, okay, I'm not talking to anybody else but Nova. Explain to me how you feel comfortable posting. Hopefully, because I think I heard that he posted it himself on the Pornhub. Explain to me how you're posting on the hub, and at the same time you feel comfortable talking to minors. Where's the shame at? You know what I'm saying? Keep a theme, I guess, is my only thing. Like, keep it consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what you're doing. It's who you're doing it to. So you got these little girls acting like they're your mommy, instead of going and talking to somebody your age or older for them to be your mommy. And then you turn around and post on Pornhub. There could have been an argument, saying that your mental health is the reason why you keep going after kids. That is 125% out of the window. There is nobody that can ever say that about you because you feel comfortable enough posting on the hub. No. You know what I'm saying? It's not how it works.
Just plug his ears.
There is no excuse for what you do and what you've done.
All while building resentment for those spotlighting this moment of hilarity. He would end up lashing out and posting his personal hit list.
Hold on. Who's on his personal hit list? Let's see. Somebody with a Kari, I don't know. Smokey, I think that's Smokey MC. Medusa? Chin? Fake Speth? I think that's Blood Speth because you put it in red. Jordan. I can't really. It's his handwriting. Saturnated. I don't know. I am large. A UDO2 Turkey Tom. M Menace. Straight in the bowl. Purity Solidus. Tofia. Is that a nose? Wait, hold on. Is that a middle finger? You're funny. Chilla, Creeping Lemur, Greasy Middle Finger, Mr. Grubba, and Sensitive Society. Why did you put a 3 in there? I don't. This guy is. So what is this? A kill list? A hit list? Let's see.
Vowing to take revenge. Here we have the
Revenge
expected
list,
names
yes.
such as Sensitive Society, Kiwi Tape, Smoky MCC, Chin Universe, etc. We also have Bloodspeth, but he's called Fake Speth for
Yeah,
some reason.
funny.
He's
I don't know
also
why.
written in red. He also has Tofia Chu with a middle finger next to
Okay,
it,
that
showing
is a
he
middle
still
finger, cool.
holds a grudge against her after all these years. Unfortunately, your boy didn't make the list. I gotta step my game up because I truly
Yeah,
think
bro.
Nova is a strong
You
contender
gotta represent
for
the
lolcow
roaches.
of the year 2026. So if you want to watch another YouTuber dunk on Nova, subscribe and stay tuned. And if Nova Online ever insinuates that you're
Okay. Let me, thanks for the video, bud. That video is in the description, man. I did kind of watch the whole thing. Hopefully you don't have anything against me. Sorry, Roach. Yeah. I tried to, be like, change, like, you're still young enough where this doesn't have to define the rest of your life. But change is for strong-willed people. Clearly Nova is not that. So there's like a no chance that he changes his pathetic ways. And with that in mind, I posed a question on whether my last video was, in essence, too charitable or not charitable enough. Clearly, my last video was too charitable. I'm gonna give you like a minute of dialogue, and then maybe if that, and then I'm gonna leave you with this, okay? Nova, you're a grown ass man. You know that you're a grown ass man. Now there is nobody who can kind of throw any kind of defense your way. You done posted on the hub. Okay, so you bringing in minors into your fetish content for your personal pleasure makes you, Nova Online, a predator. Hands. Now, that's all I'm going to say. I'm out. Listen, I hope y'all have a good day. Now, I really don't like Nova. I was trying to be understanding. I was trying to, I was trying to bring him up to my level so we can kind of see eye to eye. Of course, I'm always going to be above him, in everything. But clearly, he isn't man enough to acknowledge his faults, to try to better his faults, try to better himself, and stay away from what made him act out in the first place. These are things that he's could have done, so his reputation could be a little bit better, right? If you could have made the excuse that he was young and dumb. He's older and now he's dumber. And it's always going to go down from here. You know what I'm saying? As soon as he hits 25, as soon as people hit 25, technically we're on our way of dying. Because we stopped growing at 25. We're not sure. We're not. Okay. We're looking at a guy who has went from bad to very much worse in the span of 6 years, 5. We're working on our 6, right? In the span of 5 years, we've gone for somebody who, yeah. All right. With that being said, okay, I'm out. Peace.